Lord, we all gonna have to drink a gallon of this tea to detox from this shit Trina done said. Y'all be sure to drop down in the description box and pick up a bag of this tea of this neutral burst so we can get healthy from this BS. Bang! Lord, I done came out of town for one damn morning and Trina done fucked up the thing. Trina done set the whole internet ablaze with her racially insensitive comments about the protesters down in Miami. Do y'all want to talk about it? Let's go. Nessa girl, I can't even get out of Miami good without y'all tearing up the thing. Here it is. I'm on my way to a funeral in Mississippi. I had to get on the airplane. By the time I got on my layover in Dallas, I turned my phone on. My mentions, my text messages, my voicemail is all flooded at the people talking about what Trina did. My next airplane got on the air, and when I finally landed in Memphis, I said, let me sit back and see what the hell this woman don't say, because she is on national radio, morning radio, in a large market. It can't be as bad. The people got to be overreacting. Baby, I got down to my brother's house. I'm in my niece's room, as you can see, and I had to get y'all on the line. Trina people. Y'all is in trouble. But here's what I want to say. First and foremost, before we even get on Trina, the first people that y'all need to be mad with is management down at WEDR 99 Jams for even hiring Trick and Trina to do the morning show. And here is why. Neither one of them have the intellectual range to be morning show hosts. No tea, no shade. They're performers. They're great at what they do. They're historic to the city. Neither one of them have the range to be in that seat. From a historic radio perspective, morning radio has always been where urban markets get a lot of our meats and potatoes of what's going on as it relates to social issues, news, and politics. That's why shows like the Tom Joyner Morning Show have been so successful for so long. And y'all put Trick and Trina at the helm of the largest urban station in Miami to disseminate information to the people, to the masses. Quiet as it's kept, the person that made that hiring decision needs to be fired, because that was just pure fuckery at its best. Now, moving right along, let's get down to what Trina said, right? She equated the looters and the protesters to animals. Unfortunately, that was, I want to give her the complete benefit of the doubt. But then after reading the transcript and Trick gave her an opportunity to dial back, she went in even more. Here is why everything Trina said is very problematic, especially considering the fact that she sits in that morning show seat. She has given credence and ammunition to the very rhetoric that white people use against us to validate the way they feel against us and the anger that they have towards us and their feelings towards police brutality by using those same trigger words, calling the looters and the protesters animals. Now, let's face it, okay? There was a way that Trina could have said she did not agree with those people tearing down those buildings and stuff without calling those folks animals. Historically, black people have been called animals by white racists and white supremacists. So for Trina to use that same language, it is very disheartening. And quite frankly, it was just very over exaggerated. Those people are not animals. They are angry. The same way you got on the radio and made an angry fool of yourself this morning is the same way that those people are out in the streets making an angry display of themselves based on the blood that has been shed of our brothers and sisters. She felt justified in saying what it is she said because she said her friend had a business in Bayside. Well, baby, if you so concerned about your damn friend, why don't you repair her business then? And the real gag is your friend is not making money because they looted up her shit and she was closed for COVID. Your friend ain't making no damn money because her business located in Bayside and don't nobody go to that Tide shit no more. Sound to me like your friend could use a damn real estate class. She need to call Claudianne Hibbert so Claudianne can help her ass find another damn shop. They always said the biggest thing in business and in real estate is what? Location, location, location. You so concerned about your damn friend. How about you use your big fat ass 99 Jams check? You use that big check Mona Scott Young giving you to bore the fuck out of us, and you go repair her window then. Down to the damn Bayside. Trina, it's unfortunate because you had an opportunity and still have an opportunity being at the helm of the hub of information to do some good, and instead you chose to go out like somebody who was poorly educated about what was going on. Listen, if you not gonna be for the cause, then get your ass the fuck out the way. I would have rather you remain silent or neutral on the subject matter than to get up here and refer to these people using the language that you use in the same vein as that the racist white people use against us. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Trina. You ought to be ashamed of the fact that emotionally you lack the maturity to have enough self-control to not dig this type of hole for yourself. And I'm here to say something. I'll never be somebody to try to take some money out of somebody's pocket, but I hope that management at 99 Jams WEDR realizes that they need to add an Amanda Seales type character to that morning show. The same way The Real added Amanda Seales to The Real to give it some credence, to give it some more girth during times like this. We are in an election year. And I'll be damned if we leave Trick and Trina's ass at the helm of the radio to disseminate said information. This display of anger and emotional immaturity, this rhetoric that she's used, has already proven that she does not have the wherewithal to be in that position when it comes to social issues. Now, here is the thing. She is allowed to have her opinion. There are a lot of people out there who have opinions about the looters that mimic those of Trina's. It's not what she said, it was how she said it. Secondly, the fact that you made this so personal because your friend got her business burnt down. To hell with your fucking friend. To hell with your friend. Because if it was Bobby Light's ass, if it was Joy ass, if it was Trick ass, and if it was any other ass, Laura ass, any other ass you know that would have got killed in the middle of the street, you would have been asking for them niggas to gang bang in the middle of Miami for justice for your damn people. So I'm sorry. Whatever little trinkets that your friend was selling down in her shop, it's unfortunate that her shop got vandalized. And yes, I understand that she got to feed her family, but that bitch gonna have to apply for the PPE loan like everybody else. Okay, unfortunately she has become a casualty of war. I'm sorry, we can't let one person business stop the revolution. Trina, these young people is out here getting something done. Did you just not see, as a result of all this civil unrest that is going on in the United States, they have upgraded the charge of that officer from 3rd-degree murder to 2nd-degree murder, and they have arrested the remaining 3 officers. Kneeling has not got us that in the past. Silent protests have not got us there in the past. Being quiet, signing petitions, and hashtagging has not got us there in the past. What has got us there is the fact that these young people is out there, they is mad, they tired of the streets being drenched with their blood, and they is fucking shit up. They burning it the fuck down. I don't know if burning shit the fuck down is the right thing to do, but it looked to me like the shit we getting some damn progress. It seemed to me that this is the only way we getting some progress. So again, I do apologize to Miss Girlfriend. I understand, but sometimes you got to sacrifice the few for the many, and that's what we see going on right now. Trina, you have got to take the position that you were in at that radio station more serious, and you have also got to be objective in your crash course to journalism and realizing that your role that you were in supersedes you and your friend little business. Because in the grand scheme of black life, that's just a little business. This is bigger than your friend's little business. Okay? You rich. You the diamond princess. Take some of them damn diamonds to We Buy Gold. Carry them shits down to the pawn shop. Better yet, carry them diamonds, princess, down the Bayside and sell it to one of them Cubans and give your friend business the money, since you so damn concerned and you so willing to turn your back on a mission, on a journey, on an adventure that is much larger than some broken glass and some stolen trinkets. Trina, you got to know better and you got to do better, sis. And again, I feel like this mistake was only made because Trina does not have the intellectual range to be on a radio show talking about issues of such. And it just is what it is. It's not a read. It's not being shady. We all have our lot in life. There's a lot of things that I'm not qualified to speak on, and there are a lot of things that I am. She is a good performer. That is her lane, and perhaps she needs to stick to it. But social issues, 99 Jams, WEDR, Real Talk, coming into an election year, with all the things that are going on with the world being at a turning point at this moment, y'all need to add somebody to that cast who can round out whatever and let Trick and Trina do their things in their respective lanes. The tea, the gossip, the lighthearted stuff. But we need somebody with some sense who can speak to politics and real issues up at their radio station, so mistakes like this don't happen again. Who is producing this? You know what I'm saying? I am mad at the fact that somebody even allowed her to go on a rant this long, being the black radio station. There's just so many people to fault in this situation. And Trina, I honestly hope, and this is so not personal. It's not personal. Not personal one bit. But I hope that you learn something from all the heat that your ass is canceling. And quiet as it's kept, Trina, from the looks of things and from the way your last album sold, you need all the little jobs you can get. And that's true tea. So I would hate for you to mess around and lose your morning show job on some fuckery and some foolishness, baby. You need to sit down and watch a Michael Eric Dyson video. You need to sit down and chat it up with Amanda Seales. Or if not, you need to stay the hell away from it and bring somebody else in who can do these types of issues some justice, because what you said was completely out of line. And shouts out to Trick Daddy for at least noticing. And here's the funny thing. You know hell done froze over when Trick, outspoken, no class, very crass and crude ass, is the one trying to dial you back. Trina, I can't believe you sat back and you allowed your emotions of what was going on with your friend's business to supersede the bigger cause. Again, in closing, sometimes we have to sacrifice the few for the many. And if it was my business, would I be upset? Hell yeah, I'm human. I would be upset. But hopefully your friend has insurance. And that raises another issue. We are talking about stuff over somebody's life. To be quite honest with you, Trina, your sentiments, and the sentiments that you echoed, have really reflected that you know better than these white people that's bitching about the looting. That is the issue. We are putting more emphasis on stuff versus somebody's life. Your job in this moment was to be on the phone with your friend and be like, damn, girl, that was fucked up. But in the back of your mind, you should have been saying, but I get it. I hate that it happened to you. Yes, I hate that it happened to your friend at Bayside. I wish it would have happened to Victoria's Secret, Home Goods, or somebody else. Unfortunately, it did. But because it happened to your friend does not make the revolution obsolete. It doesn't mean it needs to be canceled. It doesn't mean people need to be locked up. Because apparently, whatever it is that these people are doing is getting these officers locked up. The appropriate people locked up. Trina, you owe the community an apology. Not so much for you feeling like the looting is unnecessary and wrong, but for referring to them as animals. And again, this goes to a bigger, Trina, you really starting to show your slip. Because you did that whole "you're beneath me" thing on the Love and Hip Hop reunion, and it seems as if you have got a problem classifying folks. And this caste system that you've created in your mind, this hierarchy, this tier of people. And am I not here to remind you again, Trina, your ass is from Liberty City. Like, please, like, we don't see your family on the internet. Please don't act like you just come from this outstanding pedigree of people and you was an equestrian growing up and was on the swim team and was winning spelling bees and was traveling to Washington, D.C. with future farmers of America when you was in the 6th grade. Please don't do that. Because at the very end of the day, at best, you a pretty bitch that got lucky. So all this beneath me and their animals, quiet as it's kept, Trina, based on your family tree, them animals that you talking about were probably members of your damn family. Quiet as it's kept. Because we don't see in the videos, your people cut from that cloth. It was about they ass down there at Bayside. So if they animals, what does that make you? I love Trina. I love everything she done did from the city. But I'm not going to uphold nobody in they wrong. And I'm not going to hold back on nobody when they wrong. I hope this don't create no hard feelings. But if it is, oh fucking well. You was wrong for what you did, sis. And this is one of them situations kind of like when Wendy Williams went off on them HBCUs and said that they weren't necessary. You really going to have to backtrack, and to get back in people's good graces, you are going to have to really sit down and explain to people that you understand the magnitude and the brevity of what it is you said. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.